He's hilarious.
Hi. You didn't think you'd see me today, did you? But I'm here. I know. Calm yourself. I'll be here for a while.
In studio with me, and I'm so excited about it. I'm going to really try to get through this interview and not cut up because I just love him so much. And when we get together, it is a laugh fest. Right. But I am here on assignment today. That's so churchy, right? Yeah, on assignment today with Stephen Hurd. Hey, brother.
The crowd goes wild.
Right, because Steve is in the building.
It's so good to see you. Good morning.
You too.
Good afternoon, good night, wherever we are.
Listen,
it's good to see you.
I am so excited that you have new music, and I know you kind of you walk to the beat of your own drum and hear what God is saying. So you are a worship leader. You are an artist. When worship leaders weren't popular, you were that, right?
Yeah.
You in that integrity label of roster with Jonathan Nelson and Israel and all of you guys on this integrity label kind of like knock the walls down a little bit with worship. And you did your records, and then you started focusing on ministry. You went back to school. I'm telling your whole testimony.
Yeah.
But now we're back. We're back here with new music.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I'm geeked excited. It's been, I think the last record I did was like 14 years ago.
Wow.
Oh, That Man Would Worship. And it was a great session. Kenny Shelton produced it, and it was phenomenal. We did great, but I felt like I needed to back up from whatever was going on. And I started writing. I wrote a book that I taught from and did conferences with and mentored worship leaders with. And I'm still doing. But it was in 2018, I was doing a conference in South Africa, and I was getting ready to go to a service. And I started singing this song, and I was like, where have I heard this from? And I kept singing. And I was like, I don't know why I know this song. And so I finally just sang it into my phone. And I was going to get home, and I was like, I'm going to do something with this. Well, life started happening.
Yeah.
You know, my dad had just passed away. I made up my mind to go back to school to finish my degree. And people just started getting sick and dying, all around. And, you know, it happened in real time, and it just kept happening. It kept happening. And as a minister, you had to keep being minister, and you kept having to help people. And then we got locked in, and we couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything. And so it just got weird. But during the pandemic, I started singing this song again. And I was just like, why do I know this song? So when the pandemic started lifting, I had gotten with Brandon Macklin and Phil Walker, and I was like, I think I'm supposed to be singing this song. I think I'm supposed to do this. I took 2 years ago, I took a 6-month sabbatical from the church, and during that time, I heard the song, but it was clearer than I'd ever heard it before. And we started working on it, and the results are what they are. And I think it's going to be a song that people can sing in their worship teams and their choirs and their congregations. I think if the choir sings well, they can sing it. If the choir doesn't sing as well, they can sing it wherever they are. I think it's an easy sing.
You're known to do that, though. That's why I say, when I say the history of praise and worship leaders and putting that on record and people taking your music and teaching it to their worship teams as opposed to choir. And it is stuff you could use for your choir. Yeah. But you guys kind of like set the tone for that. And your songs are just that. People are still singing.
For which I'm grateful. Yeah. Because, a lot of stuff that we hear today happens for a period and then it's gone. So I'm grateful that people, I was talking to a radio announcer a couple of weeks ago, and I was grateful that I was still in rotation in their market. And I'm grateful because I think that worship is best experienced when the simplicity makes the congregant not have to work.
Yeah.
They came to worship Jesus. They didn't come to work.
Right.
They didn't come to learn
parts.
Learn
their parts
and
runs
all
and
of that.
things.
They didn't just make it simple. And if you make it simple, then what could possibly a concert, it actually becomes a worship experience. Yeah. And if they're not participating, it's a concert.
What are your desires with this song, You Are My God? What is God saying with regards to placing this message in the earth?
I think what my assignment is right now is to challenge people to make God center focus again. He declare, you lift your voice and say, you are my God. Why? You're strong, you're mighty. You're amazing. You're faithful. You're sovereign. You're all of that. Just rehearsing back to him who he is and watching all of those characteristics come to life in our life, come to life in our space, on our jobs, with our family, with our children, our dreams, our schooling, our businesses, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And we need that right now.
Absolutely.
Ooh, the world is dark. And so
Fickle. We are on steroid crazy.
Yeah.
And it's not going to get better until because America has become a very godless nation.
Yeah.
We're very,
as much as we try to, the hate in the message of, I'm American is just, it's not love. It's not godly.
Evil.
Yeah.
But I think it's just, been incubating for a while, and it's just blowing up, to
it's
what
been
it
magnified.
is. Yeah. And
folk has given them permission to be
permission slips have been signed. and people are doing what has been in their heart.
Yeah.
And because hatred and evil and jealousy and all that kind of stuff is a heart issue, music that we write or words that we speak have to be heart focused, because that's what's going to make the difference, the heart.
Absolutely. So is there a full record coming?
Absolutely.
Yay!
I'm recording a live record in January.
Wow.
Yeah. This project is going to be called Songs from the Sanctuary.
Okay.
And it's going to be really, really focused on creating sanctuary. One thing I learned in the pandemic was, I have the privilege of mentoring and working with a lot of worship leaders around the country, actually around the world. And I was asking questions like, so what's your worship looking like now? You don't have all your accoutrements. You don't have your choir. You don't have your amen corner. You don't have your organ and your band. So what does it look like? And what I challenged them to do is what the Lord challenged me, to create your sanctuary and be able to articulate, this is the space where God speaks, his power is experienced, and the fellowship takes place.
Wow.
Because what I was hearing during the pandemic is a lot of panicky worship, paranoid worship, and those are enemy tactics that traumatize us from me at being able to operate in our freedom and our liberty. And so my sanctuary was created, and I began to sing songs that ensured an encounter that God's going to show up in this space. Songs that bring a revelation and give clarity. Songs that lift burdens, songs that bring joy. So it's going to be great. It's going to be some choir stuff.
Ooh, I can't
It's
wait.
going to be some hymn medleys, because I love myself some hymns.
Yeah.
And it's going to be some great simplistic worship moments. I have grown a humongous affinity for the African experience. And so I have some stuff that has the feel of the motherland. I have a chance to go there every year. And so that is my place of refreshing. That's where I get restored when I go there.
I love it. I love it. The Caribbean is big for you too. I know whenever you go, you're treated like Michael Jackson. Just stepped in, and I love that. I love it. All right, tell everybody how to stay connected to you, because your worship conferences for worship leaders is amazing. The book is amazing. All things Stephen Hurd. Where do we go?
Thank you. Everything Stephen Hurd. My IG is Stephen Hurd. My X, formerly Twitter, is Stephen Hurd. My Facebook is Stephen Hurd. My YouTube is Stephen Hurd. The only thing's different is my TikTok, which I'm new to, is Dr. Stephen Hurd. But it's everything Stephen Hurd.
Dr. Stephen Hurd.
Ain't that scary?
That's real good. Listen, y'all, Stephen Hurd is in the building. He's got new music. The single's called You Are My God. It is so absolutely good. When can we start downloading and putting it in our arsenals?
You can download it now. We released it on August the 16th.
Oh, okay.
And we kind of did a silent release. I didn't make a big fuss about it, because all my friends were like, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And I was like, when my grandmother cooked dinner, it was always the slow cooked meal that was the best. And so I'm not trying to rush it to be something and then it's over. I want it to marinate in the hearts of people and slowly be what it's supposed to be. And so I'm just, going a different route.
So you can download it now, y'all.
Absolutely.
Get the new single, You Are My God. We'll listen out in DC as to when the recording is going to take place in January. I'm excited. I love you, brother. I'm excited.
I love you too.
Got new music.
I want to give a shout out to the producers.
Please. Okay.
I'm using some of God's choice producers, Brandon Macklin, Pastor Brandon Macklin, and Phil Walker on this project. And we are having some amazing, incredible times. And Jimmy Johnson is my vocal specialist. So it's
that's a good combination.
yeah, we're having like really, really incredible, not just musical moments, but these encounters are happening. So I'm excited about what God's going to do.
Wonderful. Stephen Hurd's in the building, everybody. Make sure you download this new music. I'm Cheryl Jackson on Praise 104.1.